It's been dramatic. Actually, it's been more than a year and a half. The changes have been primarily in the last 3 years, and it's changing the focus from kind of being an organization that is financially solvent and somewhat siloed to one that really embraces the needs of its members and gets members involved.
It's phenomenal, and it's really good. First and foremost, we've got probably the best. We've had good management for the last, 20, 25 years, but this generation of management of IES is phenomenal. A real expansion of skill sets, people, and everything else.
Within the society, we've got a whole new staff. We've got a whole new direction in our business development, focusing on global collaboration and reconnecting with the sections and helping to make sections more successful.
Making membership more meaningful to all the individuals that are joining, and that's been really positive.
The changes that we've made at the staff level, I think, have been positive. And there just seems to be a whole new energy with the EPs and students gaining more ground here at the conference.
We started reaching out to emerging professionals and saying, we value you and we want to help you in establishing yourself long-term with the IES. And that has been beneficial.
I think the EP section has really grown a lot. This is my second conference, so my first was last year, and it didn't seem as vibrant as it is now, and everyone my age seems to be getting really into it, and I really enjoy that.
It seems to be more responsive and becoming a much more active society that's more engaged with the industry.
Yeah, they definitely stepped up their game with the communication, the emailing, and helping the sections out on a lower level from national.
The addition of key people at headquarters, Brian Liebel and Mark Lane and some folks I'm sure to leave out everybody, I apologize, but those are the two I've interacted with the most so far. And Don DeGrazio. These are folks that are making a huge difference because they're real lighting people. They're not management people. These are real lighting people with whom I've worked throughout my career. And I know they know what they're talking about, when it comes to lighting itself. The quality of the people at headquarters, managing conferences and managing just the correspondence, committee correspondence. I mean, it's a different world than it was 5 years ago. Our committees are working better, they're better organized, we have better access to information, we stay on schedule, we have meetings. We really have just improved in the last 5 years, just hugely, to use a bad word.
We have more vibrant committees right now. We're moving towards more online access for publications. There's much more focus on education than there ever has been before. The conferences are great, like the annual conference here is great. So you get good information that way. It's just, there's more enthusiasm. It's hard to describe, but yes, the change in IES organization has really helped inject some adrenaline into the organization in the last few years.
Well, I think that the Illuminating Engineering Society has been very progressive and is embracing the two big revolutions that have happened in lighting. One is the advent of solid-state lighting, which gives this society tremendous capacity to control illumination in ways that were never possible before. The other is the discovery that light impacts human health and physiology and behavior. Those two things are revolutionary, and they're reshaping lighting.
I think what's changed about the IES is just a much broader viewpoint on lighting and human factors. Really not just the application of technology, but really how it interacts with people's emotions and health.
There's dramatic changes. I think part of it is the idea that we're dealing so much with technology and how fast we're moving that IES has to continue to be much quicker at what they're doing, and we're showing that to everyone. So I believe that we're seeing improvement everywhere when it comes to what the IES community is doing. So I think that's the biggest thing, is that when technology started moving so quickly, we knew we had to as well. So
I would say one of the most remarkable changes has really been on the educational content. I think, what the education sort of initiative under Tom Butters has been able to do is really offer a broad section or offering of video content, of in-person education modules and opportunities that are both in person and also accessible via video. That in and of itself is one of the largest changes, and it is going to have the biggest impact, I think, for our society moving forward.
I'm seeing an extremely accelerated development in IES's education programs. The rebranding that I believe is going on to reach out to local sections, to make those sections feel a bigger part of the IES community. And I love the fact that the IES is going international by reaching out to the IEEE and the CIE.
Now the website is changed, all the information's on fingertips. Right now I can access from my phone all the detail. That's most ready reference. That's the good one.
Content available for sections to deliver and online activities as well.
Overall visibility with the new website, and also the education achievements are great with the new programs and tools available.
I tend to agree with these gentlemen. The education improvements have been fantastic.
One of the big changes you see is that the attendance at this conference has continued to increase on an upward slope, basically. We had a period of time where there was a bit of a drop-off in attendance, and part of that was due to the program, I think. At one point in time, we only had paper presentations, so it was only really a research-focused conference. We then began to introduce seminars, which are more of general interest on general topics, and I think that has helped significantly to start to boost the attendance. And the emphasis on young members, emerging professionals, and students, and bringing them into the fold, I think has also helped considerably. So there's this sort of enthusiasm and engagement by some of our younger members that I think has really sort of boosted the aura of the conference.
I think the changes within the society itself actually mimic what's going on with the technology and lighting. So there has been a lot of activity and change recently with our new source technologies and the excitement on the science side. And I find that sometimes as we get accustomed to working a certain way, the society feels the same as well. And recently there's been a lot of differences. So if you haven't been to an IES event recently or gone to a local section meeting, go back, because I guarantee you it's different than the last time you were there.